I went out onto the Scituate Sand Spit for a winter walk. The wind and waves constantly work to shape the land. The sea drives the sand down the coast. The waves pound the shore. The beach stones grind the sand. The marsh grass clings to the sand. The wind whips the sand into the dunes. The North River cuts the sand away from the spit and pushes it out to sea. The rising tide pushes the sand into ripples on the beach. It is as if nature is constantly kneading the land into a new shape. Walking out on the spit in the winter is challenging. The wind cuts you. The cold drills into you. Still, a walk on the beach cleans your soul. The wind sweeps your troubles away. The emptiness of the dunes gives you peace. And the sea washes your burdens away. To reach the spit, there is a narrow walkway at the end of Point Place off of Collier Road. At high tide, the walkway is submerged, so you can only get out there when the tide is low. And you must return before the tide turns or risk being stranded on the spit. There is no parking at the entrance to Point Place, so you have to find a place to park your car and walk up to Third Cliff. Across the North River is Fourth Cliff. Fourth Cliff and Third Cliff were connected by a long sandy causeway. However, in 1898, the Portland Gale broke through to the North River. Over on Fourth Cliff is an old World War II observation tower. Fourth Cliff is now a recreational facility, which is run by Hanscom Air Force Base. The Portland Gale was a terrible storm. Records from Maine and Massachusetts show that 141 ships were lost. We lost 3 ships along the coast of Scituate and Marshfield. The Columbia broke her anchor chain near Minot and washed ashore at Sand Hills. She lost all 5 of her crew. The Emeritus H. Perry wrecked on the rocks off of Wrexham. She also lost 5 of her crew. The Edgar S. Foster came ashore further down the coast at Brant Rock. The storm was named after the steamer Portland. They estimate that 190 people were on board when she went down. But the ledgers went down with the ship, so we may never know the exact number of people who were lost. The Portland sunk off of Gloucester on our way to Portland, Maine. The force of the storm was so great that the lumber from the top 2 decks were washed ashore on Cape Cod. For decades, it was assumed that she was forced across the bay and went down off of Provincetown. Due to the number of people lost, new regulations were put in place, stipulating that a copy of the passenger manifesto would be left on shore. The Spit is a beautiful place to walk. Still, you must be careful to watch the tides and the weather. I hope that you get a chance to walk along the dunes. It is a very special place. In the winter it is cold and windy out there, so I would save the walk for a sunny summer's day.